Hey student, this is James and today we'll be telling you about the SDG Cupcake Off.
We are doing a cupcake off, a cupcake decoration competition for Wheels Blues News. We will be choosing people to make cupcakes randomly.
They will have a theme to create a design too. The competition is open to year 4s and over. To sign up, write your name under the sheets around the school.
Hi, my name is Mila and this is Lydia, and today we will be interviewing Michelle.
What different types of art do you do?
I do painting and drawing and tattoos and lots of murals, but everything really.
How did you come up with the idea for this mural?
After talking to a couple of the teachers, I sort of decided to do the main sports, a selection of the main sports at St George's and make it nice and bright and colourful to brighten up the area.
How long did it take?
It would have taken about 4 full days, but instead it took about 3 weeks because of the weather was so bad.
Did you like art when you were at school?
Yes, I was always drawing and doodling when I should have been doing other things.
What did you use to make the mural?
I use a really expensive flash spray paint and also a bit of house paint, exterior house paint, and then I top it off with a graffiti coat.
What is your favourite part of the mural?
My favourite part's probably the netball player and the rugby player. They were the most fun to paint.
How do you make the mural last with all the weather and sports balls hitting it?
I do use really high quality paint and then I top it off with some clear coat and some graffiti coat, which is like a wax-based substance, so hopefully it'll last 5 to 10 years.
Thank you for letting us interview you.
No worries.
Hi, my name is Esther,
And my name is Mila.
and today we're going to be interviewing Mrs. Gifkins.
As the weather is changing quite dramatically, what do the students need to be prepared for?
Thanks, girls. Lovely to see you both today. So, as the weather does get chillier, a bit darker, earlier, windier, and a lot wetter, I think at the moment it's just steady as she goes, be really calm. And what I'm really proud about is the students at St George's really understand that, just so that we can keep each other safe. No running around corners, make sure you've got your tracksuit pants at the end of sport on with your zipped up jacket, which I actually think the majority of students are doing really well. So it's just keep on being your best self and reaching out to help others and being really sensible when the weather's slippery, cold and wet. Who would like that?
Any more clues or bits of information for the surprise that's by the basketball court?
Okay, so the surprise has arrived. We have had some logistical hiccups with absolutely getting it constructed. So I thank you all for your patience, but I can't give you any more tips apart from it's very heavy and you will have lots of fun once it's constructed.
How do you think Grandparents' Day went?
Oh, I think most of you already know it's one of my all-time favourite St George's calendar events. I love meeting your beautiful family and friends of your family and coming in and seeing our students being the hosts, looking after everybody, whether it's a cup of tea or a nice sit at the picnic table or playing a game together. It was joyful.
Thank you for letting us interview you.
Hi, my name's Livy and this is Esther, and today we're going to be interviewing Scott Gordon about forestry. How did you get into forestry?
I probably started 30 years ago with, I guess, love of wanting to be out on the hills and trees and kind of the industry and how it worked and the people inside it. So yeah, like my hunting, and that was where hunting was in forest. So that was a big attraction.
Can you give us a rundown of your job?
Yeah, I can. It's quite broad. So I represent a forest owner in New Zealand with a large estate. We're an exporter as well. We've got a lot of forests across the North Island, and we employ management services to directly manage those forests for us. I also run the port operations and the export program out of Wellington and New Plymouth ports. Debarker operation for top deck cargo, due diligence of new forests, and then separately I manage several carbon ventures for clients, marginal land retirement, the pest team, and RMA resource management consents for a couple of iwis. So a finger in a lot of pies keeps me busy.
What's the scariest thing that you've done?
There's quite a few, but probably one that I remember well was I did a lot of aerial shooting from helicopters, and we had a moment one evening where in a 500 on the screen on the dashboard the lights come on that give warning lights for engine fails or similar sorts of things, and there's a beeping that goes with that too, a siren. So that came on and we landed really quickly, but we didn't have cell phones or anything with us and didn't have any coverage. And after quite a bit of time with the pilot and myself looking to see that everything seemed okay, we decided to fly home. It was 40 minutes home, and it was a long 40 minutes with lights flashing and sirens going, but we made it, and turned out it was the airframe. So yeah, we were lucky, but it was a long 40 minutes.
What's your favourite part of your job?
Favorite part of my job is probably the people that I work with. Being able to help them build their businesses, maintain good standards in forests, and try and have ourselves above the rest in terms of environmental compliance and those sorts of things.
What's your biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge is having a job that's very dependent on the market, and when there's sensitivity within those markets and businesses start to slow down or shut down, how you avoid that from happening and hold those people there for when the times are good, and you need that resource to build our own business. So yeah, it can be challenging with market conditions.
How many forests do you have?
We have 58 forests in the North Island, and I have 29 in the southern North Island catchment, which runs from northern Wairarapa down to South Wairarapa, Wellington, back up Kapiti Coast, across here and through to Taranaki. And in that region, Forest 360, who are a local, strong, environmentally and commercially focused company, manage 27 of those forests for me.
What is your most rewarding moment in forestry?
Building a debarker to chase fumigation off ports was pretty cool, but I started a biodiversity project with Kiwi at the forefront in a really highly productive forest where there was a lot of work going on, and I wanted to, I guess, demonstrate that we could have good biodiversity outcomes and still have a full swing production forest, which we achieved, and we have a population increase in there that supersedes our DOC national parks by a considerable amount, and we've had such a good population increase from good pest work that we've had 23 pairs go to Mangatautari Ecological Island in the Waikato to stock the reserve up there. So very rewarding.
Thank you for letting us interview you.
No problem.